Okay. Those are mine. See if I can figure this out. See. Close that out. Okay. Oops. Let's see. YouTube. YouTube. Hello, YouTube. How is my tubage? Alright, so I just got off Furball Kim's stream, and someone suggested I go live again, just take it a step further. Oh yeah, you need to mute this yet. Okay. I want to think. Oh, there it is. Okay, Dan. All right, man. Let's do this. Okay. All right, so I'm moving over to the other. Oh well, that camera's already on, so I guess it don't matter. So where am I at? Let's see. It's not like I do this every day. Here I am. I'm in StreamYard. You have the chat up yet? No, I don't. Hang on. Still working on it, Dan. Okay, I'm gonna get right to it. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna get right to it. I gotta have. But here's what's screwed up. You know what's really screwed up is that I'm not even gonna be able to see the chat. I mean, I guess I can refer back to it, you know, but it would be better if you were here. Carlos, hey? No, I'm just starting another phase, Carlos. Is the whole purpose of this. And screw up again. Let's see. Damn it, I hate when it does that. This over here. See, it's stupid because I'm not even going to be sitting at the screen. I'm getting ready to go to the computer screen. Live chat. Okay, and then I need to go to the other window. StreamYard. Okay, there we go. And then put the chat on top. There we go. Woohoo. What is that, Dan? What are you showing? Oh, I didn't think about using my cell phone, Carlos, but thank you very much. Because this stupid tablet, apparently the battery is like screwed on it. I'm going to turn it back on. Okay, so where is my phone? Carlos, in order to use my phone, I need to know where it is. What did you do with it? Shut up, cat. The cat, by the way, who I just remembered. Ah, found something. Okay. Where I last left us was I had put bike controller like that in order to not have the board laying on the carbon frame. There's Carlos on the phone. Where did you go, Carlos? You were just here on the phone. You just called me, okay? Carlos just called me. But then he hung up. So I forgot to put this little nut thingy on here. Now it's on. Where's my little socket? Where's my socket? Okay, we'll snug these down a little bit. One little nutty. I think I really have the wrong socket. I mean, it's very snug. It feels good, but once you get stuck. Okay. So this is the brand new ESC and the brand new flight controller from the Mamba F405. Okay. But here's the deal. This is the only part I want to change. I'm going to unplug this guy. Like that. The other one's still connected. Damn it. Okay, I completely disassembled, but this will work for the purposes of this stuff. Let's see. I'm going to take. Down. Oh, it's just the camera. It's just this one. Yeah, and I know before you say anything, I can read your mind. Don't plug it in without an antenna and the BTX. I get it. I get that. However, you may feel free to shout out to me if I forget that before I get there. Okay, this shouldn't take long. It take a minute. I already have this. It's probably going to be a long damn side. Just need to get. Boy, that nut's on there. I bet Chris used some Loctite on this. Ah, man, I can't turn that thing. Wow, that's tight. Okay, what else can I do? That's what I gotta do. I gotta get it off. So I'm gonna take this. Get off me, solder. And get this wire stripper to get more. There we go. Turning force on the screw. Sometimes it's all it takes, man. A little extra turning force. That was a little tougher to break the Loctite. Break. Oh, that's probably, no, this one's stiff all the way, man. Must be the way it's going through the standoff, or else something's spinning. Something makes it spin. Yeah, the whole thing's spinning. I mean, okay. Time to break out the heavy artillery. Aha! I think I've got that now. Yep. This is pretty cool soldering mag I got. I just got this. Oh yeah, you can see the Loctite. So that's cool. Okay. Once I got the camera free, I'm going. And one more. Should be loose now. Yeah, very good. Coming right out. That other two there. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Free at last from the old frame. The old frame. The old Mad Dog signature on there. So this frame will become part of the wall. Maybe I'll even patch the broken tailbone back onto it. So now let me make sure I have it right side up. Let's see. Okay, arrow's pointing forward this way. I mean, that's got to be the top. Set up the top. I'll set up the top. This goes. Looky there, guys. It goes on the screw. Screw. All right, what goes on top of that? Is it just nuts? I think it's just nuts. You could probably, well, there's some nuts here. It's okay if I use old nuts, right? All my nuts are old. Well, I got some new ones for wide open with that. And see, I got these little white washers in here too. You know, I guess that could add more cushion. I don't know if I got enough room. They were on the original stack, but then the original stack had completely different standoffs and everything. There probably is room for them. What do y'all think? Yeah, it'd be hard. It's kind of hard for me to know what y'all think unless I pull up super chat. You go to drag to. What the fuck subscribe? I don't even know if I can get this chat on the phone. I never pulled up on it. Because subscriptions, I probably can't. Oh, Dan is on. Let's not talk about DJI Mavic Mini. Okay, I agree, Dan. Let's talk. But I'm watching me now. See you later, out here. Yes, sir. Love my friend. Oh, I can't find it. And I'm live. Imagine that. We do. All right, let's chat. There's 3 people watching. That's probably one. I'm probably one of them. Okay. Well, I appreciate you all being here. I guess I don't have to worry about any comments. There you go. All right. There we go. Hey, Rob. How you doing? Hey, Kenny. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, my tablet broke down. Not broke down. No, I'm trying to watch my own live stream. So I just saw drone work. I don't know. You talk too much about all those camera birds and stuff. I don't know. I know he plays around with building stuff, but look, man, you know how it goes. Break something and you misfly it, and then you want to fly some more. So this has all been an experiment. I have a long way to go as far as being able to fly it. But this will determine how much more work I have yet to do. Because I am hoping that the original flight controller is still fine. And all the little things I put in it, little settings I made, not that they were perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm hoping that they are still there. And I was egged on, not that I needed much encouragement. I just didn't need much encouragement at all, Dan, but I can't get this nothing done. Look, man, just go on that other. I don't know why. I guess I'm just putting on the nuts to feel good about it. Another nut. Oh, I got to plug in this little guy. I got to screw on the BTX antenna. Okay, all these screws are on. Right. I got to plug this fucking key. It's twisted. I think it goes straight in. Probably twisted from laying over. Got. I think this is supposed to be twisted. No. Then holes are down. These holes need to be down. Get in there. This probably would have been easier to do before I mounted it on the standoff. What do y'all think? Break out the needle nose. These things seem so huge. My little hemostat. But I have no idea where they're at. So what? Aha. In the hole. Felt like it snapped in good. Okay. So here we go. Got camera with got a receiver. I got one antenna that dropped off. I mean, it's here. You can see it. There it is right there. Okay. But I got one of those. All right. Where's my yeah, antenna? Now, screw screwed on. All right. What else we got hanging around here? I don't think anything else. Do I have a green light? Everyone, do I have a green light? What do you think? Green light? Probably feels like Harry Potter from the when he lost all the bones in his arm. Okay, here we go. Hey, Nameless. Oh, what's he hating on, Nameless? I didn't see that. You thought it was a kicking channel? Well, Carlos went find out if it's a kitchen camera or not, because that story is not yet told until I plug the damn battery in, okay? But I want to take it a step further, because as one is always supposed to be, no battery connected to my goggles, no wonder they're not working. For this to be a full test, the goggles and the radio must be on, okay? Radio right here, couple of goggles right here, turn them on. Used to be on A1. What the heck is on now? That's that. Where's my battery? Battery. That's all right, Dan, you ready for the moment of truth? As soon as I figure out what I did with the darn battery, it should be right there. I didn't carry it off and I didn't think I did. Oh, it's right here. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Deep breath, deep breath. Breathe deep, the gathering. What am I missing? Am I missing? Let's see, first of all, nameless. First of all, nameless. Carlos said I wouldn't have this thing flying until 2020. Okay, just so you know what's going on with Carlos. So I decided, okay, here we go. Oh my God. Oh wait. I don't want to plug it in. Turn on the radio and set it to MadDog1. Oh, Carlos. Okay. All right. Change the bird to MadDog1. Select model. Okay, good. MadDog1 now selected. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Got all this shit ready, and then watch. I plug it in. All right, battery goes here. All right, here we go. Ah! I don't know. Was that happy noise or not? It kind of sounded happy. Oh, okay. Let me see again. Sure. A1, there's A1. Woohoo. All right, so I have video. Ah, I had video until the battery dropped. All right, so turn the goggles back on. They should be at the correct frequency now. Okay, yes, they are. All right, let's try this. Uh, not other. All right, the delay is like completely screwing me up, just so y'all know. Okay. But anyway, let me try this. Oh! Well, that was a mistake. Well, I think it's still okay. I don't know if y'all realize what happened, but I was stupid enough to try. Oh, I ripped the motor off one of the weeks. Hey, that was a good time, huh? One of the motor wires came off. So let me unplug it. I won't make that mistake again. I didn't realize. That's pretty funny. Hey, at least I can have the prompt on. No, you can't. So I guess before I check the rotation of the motors, I'll bolt them down first. What do you think that might be a good idea, Carla? Hey, Red Girl, how are you? That's the best part of the whole stream. What did you do? You didn't understand? Too quick for you, huh? Well, I hit the arm button on the. I hit the arm split, okay? And I guess I didn't realize that the torque of the motor is just starting up at idle speed with fly around like that. I think that's worthy of. I mean, I'm gonna have to cut that little clip out and like I don't know, put in a hall shame or fame or whichever. That was a special moment. Y'all gonna have to replay that. How long ago was that? You gotta remember the time. How you doing, Rob? Great to see you. You missed me. Okay, yeah. I was doing a complete battery test with the camera, the old flight control, and all that. I had recently soldered these motors on here, and then I just recently plugged in the FC and did a full power test, communicating with the radio and the goggles, and all was cool until I flipped the arm switch. Well, these motors that are just flopping around in the breeze, as soon as I hit arm, those birds set the air mode. And, it's probably been okay if I've been in a stabilized mode or something like that. But, well, with the motors do, they start spinning. And I expected that. I did not expect them to start flying around, held only in place by the wires. Okay, I did not expect that. So it was rather funny. I will not make that mistake again. The props were off now, Michael. Props were off. They were off. But just the torque of the motors, I guess, spinning up, spinning that armature around enough to make them fly around, So, I mean, if there had been props on, there's no way I would have done it without them being mounted to the thing. I just didn't expect the rotational force of the motors to make them fly around like that with the props off. It makes sense physically, physics-wise, now that I think about it. No, I'm not going to tell you again. First of all, I have a wire repair now. I think it's the only one. And see, that's why I was saying, Carl, that it was tell you again. I have to replay it, man. Replay it. See, I think it was a good test for the solder joint. See, if all the other solder joints, look, let's try it, wrap that thing up. This one too, but all the solder joints held. So that was a defective solder joint. And it failed on the Other than the only other thing I have yet to determine, and that's not going to happen, is the and Michael, you'll probably tell me I'd be crazy to expect anything else, but when I moved the motor wires from the old EFC to the new EFC, I kept them lined up the same way they were. So and this motor was back here before, this motor was here before, whatever. The wires are in the same order. So, will the rotation be the same, or was that something that was saved to the escape? Because this is the original flight controller. So if that kind of stuff is kept in the flight controller, then theoretically all the motors should be right. Does that make any sense? I see it now, Carl. Look, man. Look. Crow all you want, Mr. 8 packs a day or 12 packs a day, sometimes 15 packs a day. You know, we just need to go head to head, sucker. Put your money where your mouth is. You fly around some of the crap I love. Look, man, I know you're a great pilot. And I know you got to ride my butt. And I understand. It's okay. I have my money. Good night, Clark County. See you later, alligator. Hey, Rob. Thanks for stopping by. You flew just one pack today, Michael? Yeah, you know, nameless, and I'll do that. I will do that. Um, After I bolt them down. I was just seeing it. I was just going to see if they're going to spin. I wasn't going to try and check rotation, but I'll do all that. I just wanted to see how far away I was from being done with it. Hey, you're right, Carlos. I'm horrible about this. Getting started. Once I get started, I mean, I got motivated. After I got half the motors on, the other two went quick. They went really quick. And it's just getting started. With me, it's always getting started. And then if I get an excuse, I'll quit it. No problem. Get sidetracked. You know what, Rag Girl? Let me get back to that. I don't know. There's something about. I guess that's why they call it gold now, or Rag Girl, because I don't know. My best flights are always right at the end of the day. It seems like to me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just more comfortable here in Florida because it's not as hot. I mean, mornings are cool too, but it's like the perfect end to a day. It's to fly a couple packs to me. Yeah, a little cold where you're at, Rob. I hear you, brother. Understand. I want to understand. I don't want to understand. Let's put it that way. Let me rephrase that. Because I don't know how y'all put up with that cold. I don't. So let me see. I'm changing my camera back to this one and doing this. I really I just wanted to come back in real quick and check out the rest of the drone. And well, yeah, past golden hour. Okay, well, sun's down already. I mean, if you have the right camera, man. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, brother? What are you talking about, Ryan? You missed my firing up of Mad Dog 1. Yeah, there you go. The quad farm show. Quad farm. Snow and below 0 temp. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know how y'all deal with that. Let's see. I wonder what the temperature is here. I'd best not say. I might get some thumbs down. I'd say what the temperature is right now. Who else? What you got, Rag Girl? What is yours and Michael's temperature? Nameless, I forget where you're at. Sidewinder, how you doing, brother? 13 degrees tomorrow, you know? Nah, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, I've been in 13 degrees, okay? And that's Fahrenheit. I've been in that uh, a couple times. Oh, well, when I went in the freezer at the store I worked at years ago, it was about that cold. But as far as the outside temperature, well, see, you're a degree above freezing, Ryan. No, you toasty. You probably think of t-shirt weather, like Wakey was talking about earlier. Oh, that's t-shirt weather. Yeah, well, screw you, Paul. Yeah, I ain't going out in no t-shirt and that. 53, yeah, that's not too bad. 66 was going to be the low. If it only made it to 66, 60 degrees where you're at, huh? Okay. Well, you got all the heat from the city, though. Takes longer to get cold. Although all that concrete probably takes longer to warm up too, and all those shadows. What's NF New York? Not too bad for NF. What's that acronym stand for? I get what NY stands for. No, that's not too bad. Beat the hell out of what Rob's got going on wherever he's at. No, I can't remember Rob. So we know Michael and Rag Girl flew. Who else flew today? I got up for something. I couldn't remember what it was. Now I remember. I knew beer. When you get old, that happens. So let's see. The time of this. 10. Hey Eric, how you doing, brother? You should have seen it, man. You should have seen me power up the bird without the motors bolted down. I hit the arm switch and the motors kind of went like tether balls. That's what it was like, tether balls. Except the motors were tethered to the the frame, and they just started flying around. Watching your fish, are you? Oh, yeah, Eric's got yeah, it was pretty comical, Eric. I'm gonna have to rewatch it myself to see how well it came out because I don't know what the camera saw. I just know what I saw when I hit the arm switch. It was pretty funny though. I thought it was funny. I hope everybody else did too. Ryan, look, Indigo, what you fail to understand is that I intentionally armed the motor. I meant to do it. I don't give me any of that double fail-safe crap or double what is it pre-arm switch garbage. Okay, um, I intentionally meant to do it. So had there been a pre-arm switch on it, I would have pre-armed it and then I would have armed it. So there you go. I just didn't think the motors would fly around like that without props on them. Yeah, yeah, I was trying. It was bacon trying to jump out of the pan, is what it was, Carlos. I need to make a little cut of that Rob and like slow mo it down. Might look pretty cool. Like, title it. What an idiot. The Anyway, that's the deal. So I did it, Dan. Sorta. Of course, now I have more repairs to make to rip the wire loose, but that's okay because you know it obviously wasn't that great a solder joint to begin with, or the wire was weak. Who knows? Doesn't matter. But I'm heading out pretty quick, but just in case somebody wants to say hi, there you go. That's what what I was thinking about, Nameless. I was really thinking about that. So and I think it was a good test too, Quad Bar. I know everything worked well, other than the wire I pulled loose, but that's an easy fix. It's a lot easier fixing now. It's still all apart than it is when. So, hey, let me ask you all a question. Okay, you kind of saw how videos, and and yes, I brought the wires from the outside. I know, rather than the inside. But some people say that's not the best way to do it. Because current through the wires kind of messes with the board, but that's here and there. My question would be, okay, because of the way the wires are soldered on the ESCs, if a motor was spinning the wrong way, would you mess with going into BL Heli and changing it, or would you just swap two of the wires? No, yeah, I'm kind of past the wire nut stage, especially after my old soldering today. The first two motors took me a while, Carlos, but then once I got on number one, two, and three and four, kind of went quick. You go to Mike. Well, see, Michael, here's the difference because you probably make very pretty solder joints and you hate to undo them. Whereas mine are kind of ugly, so like if I do them again, they might look better the second time around. I, Dan, I guess I got kind of freaked out about BL Heli one time when I went in there, because when I first got the Batman, actually in the directions, let's see, I might even have those right here. Here it does. It just tells you to test the motor direction, connect with one BL Heli Suite 32 software to set directions and calibrate the throttle. Okay. In the actual paperwork that came with it, they recommended reversing the motors so that the motor spun in towards the side axis of the drone instead of the front and rear axis of the drone. They actually recommended reversing all motor directions. But when I tried to do that in BL Heli Suite, because of the escape, it said, oh, there's a master escape, you just change this one. Well, and it'll change them all. Well, I changed that and one motor reversed. So it didn't work too well. I changed it back, and that was the last time I tried it. Oh, is it the Chrome app? Okay. What are you talking about? You're soldering, Eric? I don't know. It's funny, Eric, because again, one of the more you do, the better they look. I mean, my first when I started on the battery lead, it looked horrible. Baduga was like, "Oh my god, I hope you're going to fix that." He's like, "A big old globs of solder you got on there." I'm like, "Hey, well, they ain't touching." No, and I hear you. I mean, I don't know. That's why I asked the question, nameless. So I'll give BL Heli another go instead of just being lazy. Flux is your friend. And see, I don't really do the flux thing, Rob. And I know people swear by it. I do the flux pin. I did the flux pin on the pad. And you're right, Eric, it makes some brown, oozy looking stuff. But I think that flux paste does worse than that. And technically, the solder has got flux in it. The rosin cord solder, that's flux. It's flux. Okay, as long as your shit's clean. I don't know. I think it worked fine, Eric. A lot of it's the heat. I just didn't have the gun. I didn't have the iron, and that's where you got into trouble at first too. Your um your iron wasn't turned up enough, and the tip, Eric, take the stock tip off and put or the one that was on it originally, and put the I'm trying to think of what it looks like. It's kind of square end but bevel. If that makes any sense. Yeah, do that, Eric, because it has a bigger surface area, and turn it on up to like 7 for the big pad, and it it yeah, okay, nameless. I was trying to think. I saw somebody what I call a chisel tip. Now, what you call a chisel tip and what I call a chisel tip might be two different things. But I was talking about the one that looks kind of like a guillotine. It's more. It's kind of like a chisel, but it's angled, more like a guillotine blade, you know. But what I'm talking about is more round, but the end is flat, but at an angle, if that makes any sense. Let me see. Hang on. Let me do this. Let's see. Let me grab my other tip too. Okay. So this is the current tip I'm using now. But it's off. It's going to turn brown. Okay. But it's kind of round, but it's got a flat side to it. So it's angled. You know what I mean? When you say the chisel tip, you're probably talking about this kind of thing. See if I can get it out. These are the other tips that came with it. This is the one that I was calling like a guillotine. I guess I call it chisel tip, but there's another one here. I guess you could call it chisel tip too. Yeah, maybe not so much. This one too, I thought about because it has a sharp, kind of sharp, like a screwdriver tip. But if you want to transfer more heat, you lay the flat part of the screwdriver tip on the pad. You know what I mean? So I know this one would transfer more heat than the one I was using. Let's put it that way. But the one I started out with was the one that came on it, and it was much more of a point, which worked great for the whoop, for the little tiny pads, you know. It's all about matching the tip to the size work you're dealing with, basically. But I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. Most of you already know that. But um, if you've been stuck with just what's the name of the store now? Harbor Freight or Walmart soldering iron, man. Yeah, usually they just came with one tip. They didn't have a selection to choose from. All right, let me get back here. You know, I mean, everything I said is kind of noob stuff, but we were all noobs once. You know, some of the people here certainly no noobs, that's for sure. What wouldn't you touch with anything else? Quad farm, the screwdriver tip one. Okay, in the game. Yeah. Well, a lot of people proclaim to be that. I'll just tell you this, Rob. You don't fly like a damn noob, that's for sure. Damn good pilot. Way I look at it, you're one step above noob status if you've put put a bird together or even repaired a bird, and once you did so, it didn't burn up and die. It flew again. If you've got a bird to fly again, then you've gone a little past, I mean, total noob status anyway. No, you fly great, Rob. You and Naomi both fly very well. I know Naomi's kind of shy about her flying, but I'm sure she'd fly the pants off of me. Whatever stage comes before a noob. See, you don't fly like a noob either. You might build like a noob. I mean, a total noob. Because you just send yours to somebody else. But just wing a category. See, Eric, I'm kind of there too. You can't wait to be a noob. Shut up, Jeff. You know, everybody, they always do that. Is that like vanity is the wrong word, but everybody wants to tell them, no, man, you fly great. You know, like counterdict you knocking yourself. But I guess we all do it. Yeah, Carlos better fly great with all the packs he does, Eric. That's the thing. That's the way I rage fly. That's okay too, Rob, as long as you don't kill the bird in the process. Dude, it's like, Rob, that's the best freaking thing you could say, because it's easy to get rid of a lot of frustration when you go out there and you start, yeah, yeah, take this, yeah, take that. Fly this in your face. No, I mean I do too, Carlos. I like to keep it up without crashing too. Just sometimes things get in the way, man. That's all. Tree here, ground there, whatever. I don't know. I've been doing pretty good with avoiding the ground. I've done a few tea bags lately, but clipped a few trees. Last crash, man. I still say that's not my fault. I can't help it. But you can say because I failed to adequately support the connection or between battery and battery lead. Okay, I barely clipped that tree. Yeah, I know, Carlos. Yeah, because when I put up a couple of videos, each time I check to see what you had out there, and I think you had one. Now you obviously have another, but because you said something about me not being by your channel lately, but GoPro pisses you off. Well, first of all, Rob, you put your GoPros through hell. Okay, I saw that one video where you're out at the lake, and you got that one crack from hell, man. It still looked good footy, but you could tell he had crack on it. Yeah, Dan, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think you're more inclined to, now you got that feel good thing. You, if you break something now, you just got a 5 minute walk and a quick fix, and you can be right back out there flying. No, I have one more, Jeff, which I needs work. The HGLRC Batman. Um, I thought I had a bad motor, but that was wishful thinking, as it turns out. The only thing it can be. This is the HGLRC Batman 220. Now, I won this over a year ago. However, this is not the bird I won. It has a new frame after its first frame met a horrible demise. It has uh, two new motors on it, but only one of them was bad. The second new motor was not replaced because of the crash. It was replaced later when just one day it quit working. But the reason it quit working wasn't because the motor died, but because of the ESC. The ESC is bad on this motor right here, I think. Right rear. I guess that would be motor number one, huh? Anyway, so I need to fix that. Well, we can't see that. If you were here, you could share that screen, Eric. Yeah, $100 session. Oh, that's still $100. Ha! Okay, Wakey. All right, did you cook that steak or what? Yeah, well, I'll buy that. Oh, no, that's very cool, Eric. Without having to traipse down to the basement, that's awesome. That really is awesome. I have surveillance cameras around the house for that very reason. I always meant to put one in with the birds. Ah, gonna have it with eggs for breakfast. Okay, homie, that sounds good, brother. I'll be right over. It might take me 11 hours to get there. Uh, oh, Wakey, you probably already know, but Eric has gone to the dark side, by the way. He's a flying fool. He even has a bird named the flying fool. Not, oh, and Mike, Night Train, is hooking me up. I think he calls it a ramp mount for this little guy. This is a Polaroid Cube Act 2. And this is what Bama FPV uses on one of his birds. He just straps it on with a battery strap. So I'm hoping that'll work. It was like $32. So take good footage. I mean, better footage than that Firefly of mine. Firefly doesn't do too bad, but the lens is foggy. Must have been that Windex I put on it. Yeah, caught the live stream of the birds. Yeah, the birds, the birds. Well, they don't do much at night, Wakey. They kind of roost and just sit. Wakey. Okay, I'm just further reading your little broom statement back there in the back. You have a broom that's over 30 years old. It's only had 5 new handles and 8 new heads. So how is it the same damn broom, Wakey? I don't understand. That's all there is to a broom, isn't it? He is. He is, Carlos. And once again, Tiff had to come to his rescue, homie. Tiff bailed him out once again. Okay. Well, I get it. Okay, Wakey. There is some original parts. Two of the motors are original. The Let's see what else. The VTX is original. Oh no, wait, it's not. I had to replace that one too. The antenna broke off in it. Uh, so after I replace the ESC, the only thing original on it will be two motors and a flight controller. Oh, RJ helped you out. Helped out too, Eric. Oh, that's cool. So what did you do? Sit and watch? Stand there and watch? Hey, yeah, change my tire. Get on it. I'm ready to be home. Nah, he's all right. He's a strong chap, Wakey. Oh, that's cool. First free bill. Waiting on PDB. Triple A. Who's Triple A? Oh, Triple A. That Triple A. Oh, shine a light and put the lug nuts on. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, at least you contributed, Eric. You know, nothing much, Gene. You know, I just came back to do another test of the drone and tested some solder joints on the motors. That's about it. I mean, it was a successful test. Let's just put it that way, Gene, because everything worked. I just got to get it all put on the new frame, you know, including bolting the bloody motors down. So there you go. So, no, I know you already said that, Rob. I know it happened fairly quick. I gotta figure out the time, what time it is. I have to just send the link to people and say, hey man, just watch 3 minutes of the video starting from about here. Because I'm never one to go rewatch a live, you know. But that was a special live moment. I think it was. I thought it was pretty funny. Yes, I have bolts and shit, Mike. I have all the necessary hardware to bolt the damn motors on. I just didn't think I needed to. I mean, like, you know, until I was going to test motor rotation and shit like that. I was just testing everything else. But of course, I had to hit the arm switch. It's pretty funny. I don't know. I keep reliving it in my brain. Like, here I am on YouTube Live. Let me just see. Oh, look, I plugged it in. Nothing smoke. Way, yay, I got video feed. Everything's good. Oh, let me just arm it. And then the motors go. Rah, rah. Oh, always sharp props, Ed. Always sharp props, Carl. Oh, let me show you the new props I got. They will go on after the motors are attached. I think they're kind of cool looking. Because so when I ordered a Mamba stack, a Mamba F405, I think it's called, 30 by 30 stack, and it was $43 from Pyro Flip, and but if the order was $50 or more, free shipping. So I did what any responsible drone pilot does, and I ordered more props. And I didn't even realize I was, you know, I was ordering these. I just knew they were 5043s and that they were wind dancers, Jim Fan wind dancers. I didn't know they were all this marble coloring. And you know, I looked at them like, oh, that's pretty cool. So there you go. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Look, man, everybody, even if you don't crash, even if you have some bad landings, you know, catch a tall piece of grass, whatever, your drone can flip over. You can screw up a prop. And yes, we've all bent props back into place, I'm sure. But there's nothing like some virgin props, you know? Nothing like it. Nothing like it in the world. Yeah, I thought so too, Jeff. I thought they were pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right, Wakey. I know. Always the sensible one. But they look cool when it's sitting on the ground before you hit the arm switch. I My back teeth are foot. Wow, that is so much better. Okay, so I have yet to publish the last flight of Mad Dog 1. Okay. Uh, it's funny though, because before I flew it, and I went out back to fly it. I went out back to fly it, and I just dressed her out with brand new props. Yeah, I think it's about a minute and a half into the video when the incident occurs. And then I took a picture after. The props don't look so virgin no more. It's pretty funny. New prop curse. I know. Exactly, Rob. It's like, what's worse, Rob, is that I took a picture of it before I flew it. That's the worst part with this brand new prop. Because then the bird's like, okay, well, you think these look good? Let me scuff them up some. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Hey, Rob. Sorry, man. I mean, I posted that link hours ago, it seems like.
Hours ago.
No, I don't know. I'm exaggerating, but.
Yeah, I had to scroll back quite a ways to get it.
All right, who else? Who else is going to come? Let's see. Man, I can do this. I'm certainly everybody's tired of looking at my butt.
No, I'd kiss you.
But did he sent me 2 pics? Who did he send 2 pics to? Carlos was telling me backstage, I guess for you, Rob. You know, I was like, what? Carlos here too? What? You know? So when's the last time you flew, Rob?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Naomi.
Hi.
I think the last time I flew was the last video I put up, which was
At the lake?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It's been shitty. I charged up 10 batteries the other day and then it snowed, so. What the hell's with my camera?
I don't know. Looks fine to me. Let's see. There you go, Mike. What's the weather like there, brother? You're running some packs down. Well, that's a good reason to have to fly, Mike.
People were laughing at me because I was saying putting electrical tape on your 75X canopy. That shit's indestructible now.
Oh, see, there you go, Eric. See, Eric, see, Eric, if you came in here for a minute, you could show your bird that you just flew. That we won't see footage of for 3 weeks. Yeah, exactly. Eric got a bird from Chris, MB95 TSI. He took it out to fly it and they cracked the canopy like an eggshell.
Yeah, this one's cracked like that too. The first one, it came with 2 of them. The first one broke like immediately. So I did this and I'm pretty sure it's like an eggshell under there, but it ain't coming apart. I could have done a prettier job, but.
Well, I mean, that's what I was telling Eric. I saw Eric. It's been a while ago now, but it was something he was doing when he was building maybe the Tyro 99 or whatever. And I'm like, just wrap some electrical tape around it, man. It'll be fun. So he pulled out this electrical tape, and it's got to be this electrical tape that you buy at like 39 cents for a roll. the crappiest stuff ever. I'm like, all right, first of all, that's not electrical tape. It's black, yes, but that's not electrical.
I actually need to put new props on this.
I don't know, maybe he is.
Way too old for
Yeah,
that.
right. I know, Mike. Mike, he's such a video Scrooge.
Who are you talking to? They're just typing away. Did she respond? No.
Hey, Eric, that's the same one, right? When you hit the wire and it knocked the camera around sideways and you flew it back sideways and landed? The throttle must have been confusing as hell. I can see about the camera getting sideways, and so kind of in your brain, you automatically know pitch and roll has changed and you kind of deal with it, but the throttle would be weird. Be wanting to do that wrong too, I would think.
Oh, hey, you're showing them giant fucking tips in? This is like the one I use for everything except maybe if I got to do an XT60.
Okay. Let's kind of rotate it. Is it round all the way around? It doesn't have a flat side to it at all, or?
Yeah, it's got a flat side right here.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, to be able to adjust from a pinpoint spot of heat to a broader side of heat makes I mean, just gives you more versatility without having to change tips. Yes, Carlos, your mind just runs the wrong way, you know, or the right way, depending upon how you look at it. No, I was doing it. When I was soldering earlier. Rob, somebody yelling at me, man, you're holding on the board too long, blah, 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 burr, burr, burr. I know, it's okay. But it is better to be hot and out.
Yeah, in and out. In and out.
I didn't have my iron quite hot enough. So, once I turned it up, I was getting in and out a lot quicker, you know. Because the longer you're on, the more that heat spreads, you know. So. What's the cat doing? Anyway, I just why does that do that? You know, why does YouTube keep hitting me up for this crap I don't want? So anyway, I just wanted to come in real quick and show that last little bit of craziness and old Heiko.
Well, here, cheers, bitches, motherfuckers.
There you go, Rob. What is that?
This is made in Wyoming. It's pretty good. It's called what's it called? Blacktooth Brewing. They got a bunch of different flavors and shit. It's all in a can, I think.
Would that say Bomber 1?
Bomber Mountain.
Oh, Bomber Mountain.
Yeah. It doesn't rot my guts so far, so we're good.
Does it have any alcohol in it?
What the fuck would I waste my time without alcohol for?
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure we're on the same fucking page. Okay.
Hell yeah. I don't drink it for the flavor.
Well, I mean, look, when I saw the can, I immediately assumed it was some kind of beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do soda.
Hey, Mr. Crowley. Hey, it was good, man. Hey, Sean, you missed it. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
Hey, is Mike coming in?
Yeah, Mike.
Hey.
No, I'm not coming in, man.
What's up?
I'm gonna hang out down backstage and watch the show and chat and
What's up, brother?
see how hard it is to keep up, Ed? You know what I mean?
I know it's hard to keep up, man. That's why you
If you
gotta
ain't
have
got
some
somebody
brothers
like
with
you
you.
keeping up and me keeping up, we'd never keep up, dude. You always gotta have somebody watching your back in that backstage and live streams and stuff, man. It's screwy. Especially with the lag between YouTube and the StreamYards. It gets so messed up. It's like, man, I just checked it a minute ago and all of a sudden somebody's there.
No, I mean, because you'll look and you'll check and there's nothing and there's nothing and there's nothing and you forget about it.
Bro.
And then, I mean, because I'll start looking at the chat and then I'm not even looking down low. Oh, he's gone. Gone like a fart in the wind.
Mike's like, see you, bitches.
There he is. He's trying to come back. There he is. All right, Mike. I'm not gonna let you
I
sit
clicked
this
the wrong
time.
button. I forgot to open new page.
So Mike, did you see my little test?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the best thing I've ever seen on a live stream. Man, that shit was awesome. It was worth my $2, Ed.
See how those videos. See how the sharing shit works. I flew today. On lunch break, we took off and went to lunch and got off the site. And there's a cemetery around the corner from the house we're working on painting. We're painting the basement of this place. The basement of this, there's probably close to 300, 400 square foot minimum. It's huge. It's got vaulted ceilings in the basement. There's crown molding in the ceiling in the basement. You know what I mean? That kind of shit.
In the basement, there's crown molding in the basement.
There's crown molding in the ceiling, dude.
But is it the same color? Is it the same color? Or did you have to paint it?
Barn, I swear the pole barn, more area square space, there's more space in the pole barn than there is in the house.
Wow.
But the house is probably close to 5,000 square foot. I don't know. It's fucking huge, dude. But I was showing Ed some of the pictures earlier. I flew over it. I went around the corner and flew at the cemetery first. The cemetery is half mile, 3/4 of a mile away. And I was like, we're on lunch, so I flew around this old cemetery, screwing around. It was dead pack. But I took it up probably close to 200, 300 feet or something like that. And I got a view of the house from 3/4 of a mile away. Dude, it looks like a field, man. I mean, it's so huge.
Is the fucking camera backwards?
What camera? No, it's just backwards to you, Rob. Point at your right eye.
That's not cool at all.
No, it's confusing as hell, Rob, but that's just the way it works. It's right. It's the right way to everybody else.
No.
It is. I'm telling you, man. Look, man, I'm just telling you, it's backwards. It's what you see is backwards, but what everybody else sees is correct.
Yeah, see if you can share that, buddy.
Sure what? Oh, wait. Oh, night train screen?
So the house in the middle of the screen.
That's how you have to do that.
Right.
You know that's how you have to do that.
The pond in it. There's a house in the middle, and then a pole barn off to the right, and a pond off to the left. That's the house we're working on. It's like the property's like $1.5 million, $2 million, somewhere around there. The pole barn's got over 500,000 into it. I mean, he's got like glass fucking sliding doors in his pole barn and the whole shit.
Oh, wow.
It's huge, dude. So this is like a flight from the cemetery around the corner, like 3/4 of a mile away. I took it up and flew it, and then
The fuck?
let's see if
Well, you need to do a flight right close to the house. Okay.
there's a video. There's a picture of the house. There's the pond out front. You can see it's a green pond, all irrigated and everything. And then the house in the center, and the pole barn's off to the right. Now the pole barn's further back, and you can see the pole barn, and the picture is as big as the house.
Yeah, it is.
But let's see if this. There's a back view of the place.
Okay.
So that's from the back side of the property.
So that red thing, you're calling that a pole barn?
That's his pole barn. Yeah, that's his pole barn. That red building over there to the left is his pole barn. The one
My
in the
pole
middle
would definitely fit in there.
Well, the pole barn's as big as the damn house.
Right, so if I told you to go out to the pole barn, you'd never come home.
First of all, I hate to have been the roofer on either one of those.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the guy's property right there. We're working in the basement of the house, and there's probably, I'm gonna say, close to fucking 1,800 square foot just in the basement alone.
Wow.
Of finished space that'll be done. Trim, everything, painted trim, crown all the way through, vaulted ceilings, one bedroom, one bathroom down there, and then it's going to be closed off with like one section's got like he's got barn door sliders going in for like one section, and then he's got like a double door section for another, a single door going into one storage area, and then it's all like open up. He's got glass slider doors in one wall. They're probably the tallest glass slider doors I've ever seen, and they've got like the handle in them's the newer French style, so it's just like one handle that goes down, and you turn the handle for the locking. It's yeah, this shit's crazy.
Look, man, I've done some work on some big houses here, and it's crazy some of the stuff that people get. I mean, faucets that cost almost $1,000 and stuff.
Yeah, dude, this is out in the middle of farm country. There's nowhere, and nobody's around. Nothing. It's insane. Totally insane. Way out in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, I went to a cemetery like 3/4 of a mile, half mile, a mile away, something like that. And it's just this little podunk cemetery off the side of the road. So I went over there and flew that, and I went up high to get like that one view that had from the distance or whatever. But those kind of zoomed in off the GoPro footage, but yeah, it's a huge plantation, pretty much. You know what I mean?
How many acres surrounding
I don't
his
know how
house?
many,
Old
I don't know
barn
how
does
many
he have?
acres he's got in woods or anything. There's probably close to 2.5, 3 acres that's clear with the property and the houses and the pond and everything. That's just clear. It's probably close to 3 acres. It's clear. And I don't know how much of the woods that's surrounding 2 sides of them that he owns. He didn't have no problem driving one of the tractors back there, dropping off a dead tree he pulled up out front, and taking it out back, and knocking a couple trees over on his way through. Though
Okay.
he probably owns a little bit more. The guy owns like a flooring and creative. It's Keeber Creative Flooring or Creative Interiors. He's got like magnetic stickers sticking up in his garage or this or that, signs and stuff for his companies. But I think mainly what he's doing right now is flooring. It's like custom flooring, like all the speckled flooring in your garages or custom wood flooring and stuff like that. So he's probably got some good money going.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I figure that's what most of that pole barn is he's building that up for the business part of it. His business is close enough. He's driving like a Ranger, the 4-wheel drive little Ranger things to go through the woods, 4-wheel drive deals.
Yeah.
He's driving one of those back and forth between the house and his actual business, back and forth for like lunches and shit like that. Like the one day there, he was hanging out all day. He was watching us paint upstairs in the house, and he had the Ranger there. He's like, "Oh, the rain's coming." He's like, "I'll be back." He took off in the Ranger. About a half hour later, he come back in the truck. His shop, his office, business is like within 3-4 miles down the road or something like that, or less. You know what I mean? So, well, in the middle of podunk country where farming is all that's going on. What's that share there?
I don't know that one.
Is that a CL1? No, that's that's a Pulse RC. I can see by the arms. That's got to be a reverb.
I don't know. He put that up there and then he left.
That's a reverb. Look at the camera angle, dude. Do you like it? Where's your camera angle, Rob? Do you really fly that flat, dude?
Yeah, it looks flat. The
Dude,
FPV
that's a flat
camera's
camera
flat.
angle he's using.
I mean,
man.
not FPV cam, the
I'm dropping
HD.
my cam angle because, man, he's got some seriously cool, good gap footage. Maybe I just need to slow the hell down. You know what I mean? But dude, I see so many guys FPV right now, like Vamp. Vamp flies with like a 20 or less, something like that. There's a couple good pilots right now. There's a lot of good pilots out there right now. They're flying the low camera angles, like 20, 25 degree top end. And like, what's your angle on your GoPro, Rob? That's a reverb, right?
Like 10.
That's a reverb?
Yeah, it's a reverb.
Okay.
Well, you got that right.
The close arm, it looked like a reverb, but that camera, yeah. What's your regular cam angle?
It's like 10, 15 degrees.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Hey, I got sick of that.
That's your normal cam? That's your normal footy?
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Yep.
I need to slow the fuck down.
I
need to slow the fuck down, dude.
It's harder to fly slow.
It's impatient to fly slow. It's not harder.
It's hard. It was harder for me. I had to go through a whole phase.
I
get so impatient, man. I get so amped up with the adrenaline and everything else. I want to go fast. So that makes it harder in that aspect, but it's so
Yeah.
much easier to fly slow. But I
Look, I
find
disagree.
myself looking at the ground in my footy because I always want to fly so damn
Yeah,
fast.
well, I know, but
You just need to slow down and drop. Dude, your footy is so epic as far as the smoothness and your flying and everything. I'd have never guessed you were at like 15, 20-degree angle, dude.
Yeah. Thanks.
Never guessed.
Yeah. I think it's harder. I had to go through an entire phase.
Dude.
Like I documented in my videos where, like,
I'm
I
gonna be
started
fucked
out
up all
fast.
winter, man. Thanks.
What's that?
I'm gonna be fucked up all winter now. Cheers, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be, dude. Even on like liftoff and stuff like that, I'm playing like with 41, 47 camera angle on liftoff and shit. You know what I mean? Which liftoff's more race type styling and stuff like that. So the higher camera angle is expected, but I fly like 25 to 30 degrees, somewhere around there. Maybe a 20. Like if I fly 25 on my Alien, I'm flying like 20 to 30, somewhere around there on my GoPro, depending on, and it gets good footy, so it's not like diving too much or too much of the sky on the GoPro footy, but I run the wide angle too. So that kind of helps. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to play with that, dude.
Jeffrey Styles
Everybody's
talking
been
me up.
trying that shit. A lot of like Vampire, like I was telling Ed, Vampire runs like 20 degrees and he's doing like backwards flying and shit because he's it's such a low camera angle that it's so easy to see your angle that you're actually flying to be able to fly backwards. So you can do so much more. And if you're going for the smoothness of footy and good video, which I've never thought you to be a fast flyer, like ripping type flyer, but you're comfortable with the angle that you fly, and your footy is so smooth, and your angles with the cam and everything else that work out well. So I was surprised when you said it was that low.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you one that
I figured you more for 25, 30 degree, really.
I'll show you when I used to fly at that angle. Maybe.
Man, this sucks because it's like
Maybe.
11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. I gotta wake
Mike, here's the thing. I think to me, when you're going faster, the drone has more stability.
in certain areas, it does.
Well, let me ask this.
It depends on your motors. It depends on your props. It depends on your flying style. There's lots of aspects, but for the most, cornering and stuff like that, you've got more stability with the faster angle. But it doesn't mean that the footy's going to be more stable either.
No, I get that. I'm just talking about control of the bird.
Can you hover in the goggles? Because a lot of FPV flyers can't hover with the shit.
I can do that. I can hover in the goggles even with the higher camera angles, but I can do it with the low camera angle. I can do it with the high. Dude, I got like 13 quads on the wall or this or that or some shit, almost 20 all total, that different drones all total. So between camera drones and all that kind of stuff, I get used to the different angles and views. So I can slow myself down. I just always feel myself wanting more and digging at the ground when I'm flying the low camera angles. I just need to really slow myself down and
What made me change my camera angle was I like to fly really as close to the ground as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And half the time you couldn't even see the ground.
Dude, you hit the ground when you see the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
you're way too close, right?
And I think it was Chuck. It actually is the one that commented on it. He's like, "Fix your camera angle, man. I want to see everything." So I'm like, "Yeah, good point." You know, I mean, because you know, if I'm flying over a rock and you can't even see the rock, I mean, what's the point?
Right.
Yeah,
know-
you didn't even know there was a rock there.
Yeah.
Well, that's where
How did you know the rock was there?
on
Mama?
HD video though. That's between matching up your camera angle with your FPV camera angle as far as you're flying, getting that mix too though. And that's
Yeah.
why I was saying like my FPV camera, I think on the Alien I've got it set for 25, and the GoPro footage that I've been putting out from its like camera angle of 20. So it's getting a little bit of the lower. It's not looking up at the sky so much, but it's getting good smooth. But it's like 5 degrees off, 10 degrees off almost of my actual FPV camera angle. You know what I mean? And it's usually higher than my FPV camera. But if I drop my FPV camera down to 20 and put my GoPro at like 25, something like that, that'd be some good footage, and still I'd be smoother through the gaps, I think. Just looking at your footage and thinking about it, I think I'd be smoother through the gaps because I wouldn't be pushing them as hard and be able to control and some of the turns and stuff like that, you know, the flips, the rolls. I think you'd have a little bit more control that way. Just slowing it down because you're not having so much momentum. With the higher pitch, the more pitch you put into that camera, your momentum of the drone, and it, when you're flying an Alien, you're what, 600 and some grams, 700 grams with the GoPro.
About
Battery,
613.
this and that, you know. So that momentum carries a lot. Whereas a race quad, you're 400, 500, 600 grams, you know. What, 250 grams, 200. What's my diatone? I think under 250 grams with battery. That's a 5-inch racer, bro. Under 250 grams with the battery on that bitch. Woo! Yeah, that's fast. It'll do, I guarantee it'll do 100. I guarantee it'll do 100. That's quick. But the camera angle makes a difference on that. You know what I mean? You carry that momentum and stuff. Whereas freestyle, you don't want to carry the momentum as much as use the momentum, you know, that you've carried. You know what I mean? You're flipping the other half. Where instead of trying to push that momentum and get you to carry it, you're trying to just push a little momentum and carry just a little bit through. You know? It's the other half of the quadrant. So maybe slowing it down, maybe on my freestyle I should. I got enough quads, I mean, you know.
I've actually got footage of where I was flying the mobile around and I bump a power line. And in the process of bumping the power line, it bumps the camera angle up. So in that same video, as soon as that happens, it doesn't take 5 seconds, if that long. And you can see I immediately start flying faster.
Oh, yeah.
Because your tendency is to want to level your FPV view.
Yeah.
And so if the camera is at 45 degrees, oh, I don't have my right camera on.
Hey, can you share this, Ed? I'm going to get another beer.
Hang on a second. I will in just a
You
second.
said beer run?
Beer run to the fridge.
If you're 45, if your camera is 45 degrees, your pitch like this, man. So what do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna go faster. Okay.
He's not gonna help us there, Quad.
Here you go, Chopstick.
Oh, there he goes.
To be honest, like I was actually working on yaw spins. And so I thought lowering my camera angle would help. Here, this is close proximity.
That's a great spot, by the way. Is that the same spot where Naomi was standing on the rocks that time?
It's a little bit downhill from that end. Same place, yes.
Well, it's about a mile away from the other place. Yeah, like see that valley right there? That like I do
I
my
mean, it
disc.
looks like you're flying pretty fast to me. I don't know. I mean, you slow down at times, but I mean, your stuff maneuvers are quick.
Oh, you're right. That is the lower part.
Yeah, this is the playground. This
Yeah.
isn't.
You're right.
When I walked away, you was talking about lowering the cam angle for yaw spins.
Yeah.
The inverted yaw spins, dude. Getting that horizon when you invert is so much easier with the lower camera angle. If you're used to it. But if you get used to that higher camera angle, your natural muscle reflexes start getting you used to that higher camera angle too.
Well, and
do the inverted yaw spins and get a nice horizon at times, depending on how comfortable I am with the drone, if I've been flying.
Well, I mean, that's a great point.
Running different angles, it messes you up with getting that inverted yaws. Your fluid flow isn't as flow anymore, you know what I mean? So sticking to one camera angle is definitely a key when you're flying too, though. If you're flying freestyle, don't get used to a race type setup and fly freestyle, because it's so much different with your freestyle than if you're flying a low camera angle and doing like quad farm's doing. You know what I mean? You're going to get used to a camera angle.
All right, that's
used to it,
that sucks.
Changing back and forth from like a race drone, like my ghosts are more set up for racing. So I do more gaps and trees and stuff like that where I'm like zipping through them. But my alien's more set up freestyle, so I've got the camera angle less. So when I start trying to do inverted yaws, it throws your muscle memory way off. You know what I mean? Way off.
That's the extent of my GoPro mount and my camera angle.
Dude, you want some?
That looks pretty shallow.
You want some legit mounts, dude?
No, dude, I hate that shit.
Oh, dude, really? Dude.
You mean one of these?
Dude, look how pretty my alien is, man. Look at that shit, dude.
You mean one of these?
Look how pretty this alien is, man. Look how pretty my alien. Dude, these are lightweight. Dude, look how thin this is, dude.
They don't make them at a low enough angle.
Dude, I got 20-degree angle, dude. I got a 20-degree angle GoPro session mount for the Impulse.
You can keep that. You can keep that 3D printed shit.
Oh man.
I got Uma grip. I mean, look at this.
I got Uma grip too. I got Uma grip light, so it's gonna take more though.
Look, I have a stock of Uma grip that I use for GoPro mount.
I got a 3D printer over there, so it's not like it's costing me a lot to print shit. But dude, look at that shit, man. Quality prints. Look at that.
Oh, good, Mike.
I'm gonna catch up on that. It does look good, Mike. I'm not knocking your shit. I'm done with the TPU.
The biggest problem I've had with TPU is you have to replace it now and then. It does rip out, like the screw holes. Most of the screws end up ripping through after about 10, 15 good crashes. They rip out. You got to replace it. With the 3D printer, I just print up another one real quick. I got like 2 or 3 spares right now already gone,
You guys have got me you guys have got me looking at 3D printers. And you know, like Mike knows because he's on my Facebook and shit. Like I'm a minimalist. Like I don't buy shit unless I absolutely need it.
Dude, my first printer was $139. I got it on a fucking review deal. I swear to God,
You had nothing but problems.
It was a $240 printer. No, it wasn't nothing but problems. I put out some good prints on that, but I had a lot of issues with it. And it was, like I said, it only cost me like $140 for a $250 printer.
I want to get him to put.
Well and good.
I just wanted to spend $200.
Bunch of guys getting their first printer, and they were like ready to pull half their damn hair out and put it together.
$200 on the Ender 3, and I went ahead and I bought the upgrade BL Touch, so it's got the auto bed level, and I got the silent board, so it runs quiet, which upgrades it. Basically, the Ender 3 becomes the Ender 3 Pro. You know what I mean? There's a very slight difference, and it's so minute that it doesn't matter anymore. And so basically, I got an Ender 3 Pro for less than $300, you know, but I already knew what I was getting into and this and that, so I didn't mind spending it because I knew what I could get, you know. And if I print out some stuff, if I really wanted to, dude, I could charge a couple bucks, and dude, $300.
Mike, this is what
pay for itself in the first month and a half, bro. This is just in 3D, like you said. Everybody's using the 3D prints, man. I got Armands and ESC.
You know, what I want a printer for though is I want to print corner molding for my house.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I want to.
That shit's big enough to do that kind of stuff. Dude, I've been printing ABS. There you go.
You're talking about printing corner molding for your house?
Yeah, like some really cool shit.
How long that'll take?
Well, just little pieces, not the whole molding.
Oh, okay.
Like just for the corners.
Gotcha now. Okay.
So, yeah, you could print some like Green Man Celtic shit, you know, and put it on your corners.
Look at that.
What is that?
This is just a little cover. It goes over you see the LED screen that's all lit up in the middle right there?
Yeah.
It's just the cover that goes over the top of it. It kind of locks onto the thing. It like 3 pieces at print and goes together. And it's got a little flip cover.
Oh,
so I can cover the LEDs up so it's not so bright on the thing.
All kinds of little thingies you can print, huh?
Yeah. But that's ABS plastic, dude. It's heat resistant. It's fucking impact resistant. Dude, it's some pretty durable shit, dude.
My problem is time for taking on new hobbies.
Learning curve.
Yeah, learning curve. And you know, I want to start doing live streams.
This was printed as one piece, Rob.
Really?
So
how the fuck
gears actually spin, dude. I mean, I can stick a pencil in the middle of it. See how it's got the little gears in the middle? See how the gears in the middle? I could stick a pencil in that little hole, and it'll spin each of these gears all the way around. It's ABS plastic, dude. That thing's as solid as a fucking hockey puck, dude.
Yeah, how does it do that? Print moving parts.
Yeah, dude, you print them so close that there's just enough space in between that when it prints, it loosens up and lets loose. But yeah, that was printed as one piece with the gear. It won't slip out either way. You can't pull it apart. I've tried, dude. That thing's tough. I use the same plastic I printed a grinder, dude. I
never heard of Uma Grip.
Actually, This
Hey, Ed,
is actually PLA plastic, regular
Ed,
plastic.
this was designed by Tommy. What's his? Oh my God! Do you know who Tommy
Yeah,
Oh my God is?
What, is that a weed grinder?
Yeah, that's
No,
what.
it's a coffee grinder.
Oh, coffee grinder.
See the coffee leaf?
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That
That's
was actually PLA plastic, but I printed this at twice this size with ABS. The guy paid $10 for it. And he's using it still, man. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey Ed, do you know who Oh my God is? The old OG Rotor Riot pilot.
No, I do not.
Okay, well, like I said, he's an OG Rotor Riot pilot. Probably one of my favorites. He's always been above the drama. But
Right.
yeah, he designed this stuff, and he designed it as a battery pad, and it's so like, I mean, that's how sticky it is. And you wash it, it gets dirty, and you just wash it with a rag, and it's just like, I mean, you don't even need a fucking strap. Yeah, see, Mike's got some too.
No.
Wow.
No, this is the new light, dude. This is the new God light.
Is it light? What?
Light, dude? Look at this.
So it's thinner?
Oh, dude, it's like a quarter of that, dude.
Really?
Okay, I just peeled off the thing, right?
See, this is actually
This is a 4S battery, right?
they actually
This is a 4S battery. I'm going to hold this to it.
that's some toxic shit, man. Let me tell you.
That's Grip, man.
Yeah, it is.
We got 2 pads of this as the boost box this month, man.
Plastic off the battery, taking it back off.
No, it's like not. Yeah, it's weird. It's just you remember those sticky things we had as kids? You throw them on the wall and they kind of walk down.
Dude,
That's kind of what it's like. But see, this is like I actually.
There's a 4S battery hanging off that shit.
Nah, that's pretty good.
They stole my idea though. I started using it as GoPro pads, and they started printing them, or they started making them in these little pads for camera pads.
I got you. Just
See,
exactly.
the signs on there still, Quad. That's Grip. It's got the Grip signs on it.
Yeah, this little piece, I got some of it.
Dude, Quad box. We got 2 pads of this for the boost.
Yeah.
The boost, the $55 pack. He gets the shirt, all that shit. But yeah, we got 2 pads of that in the Quad box for the boost this month.
Oh, that was this month?
This month.
So the glue doesn't wear
Just
out.
got in like a week ago. I got this. I got two pads of this. I got this. I got the Boss Cam Mini Cam.
Yeah, see, it doesn't wear out, Ed. If you wash this, like this isn't sticky anymore. If I just took a wash rag and washed that, it'd be sticky again.
Wow, that's crazy.
Here's what else we got in the box, Quad.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah, the FPV watch.
Those bastards.
Yeah, $40. Somebody said they got one, and it had like a scratch a little bit, and some like adhesive on one of the lenses or something, and they said something in an email, and they said 3 days later they got a brand new one in the fucking email.
Oh, damn.
So they got, I mean, they're like right on it. Rotor Riot's keeping up with it. So
I kept having problems with them. They kept double charging me.
they just changed over. Everything was in California like 2 months ago, and now everything's out of Florida and being shipped by RDQ. So like,
You mean when Tyler isn't withholding shipment?
early this week. I mean, usually we get like, I would have been getting it like yesterday or the day before. I got it like middle of last week, dude. Yeah, it's way early, and they're right on top of it, right? When I first ordered the quad box, I ordered quad box, and I said, all right, I'll try them out. So I ordered them up.
Oh shit! I
Order like on the 10th or 11th, which they say if you get it before the 16th, that they get their money, you're shipping good for the month. I didn't get my box. I'm like, oh man. So I complained a little bit, you know. So they're like, oh, we'll ship you a box. Well, I didn't get the boosted box. I paid the extra. I didn't get the boosted box. I'm like, well, where's my T-shirt? You know. Well, actually, I waited. I was like, well, they said, well, we're changing shipping areas. When they sent me the email back, they said we're changing from California to Florida. So as soon as we get our supply over in Florida, we'll ship your order out. All of a sudden, I get this box shipment. I get a box in. It doesn't have the boost. It's got the extra items I ordered, like the icky pack stickers. You know, I ordered like 2 of those, and I ordered like a needles, pliers, or some shit. You know, because of the store. So all that shit came in it, but my T-shirt didn't come. So I complained. I was like, well, what the
I
hell?
want my damn shirt.
I tried to hit their thing up on like Facebook, you know, their page, give them a little comment. What the hell's going on? By the time that this come around, I was posting. I got an email saying that the next shipment of quad box was going to be billed to me. I had not gotten my actual quad box. I got this half-ass quad box. I posted to their page. I'm like, what's the deal, man? I'm already getting charged for a quad box. I haven't even gotten the one that I ordered. You know what I mean? They denied my post in Facebook, right? I'm like, all right, cocksuckers, you want to be fucking all sentimental and shit, you know, keep it clean, whatever. So I waited. I'm like, maybe they're going to clean it up. Quad box come in. I got my first shipment. So my second month, I finally got my quad box. I got a shirt. I got all my shit. It was good value, you know. 4-in-1 ESC at like $50. This and that. Anyway, it all valued out pretty much. I think it was like $20 over value of what I paid. $55 is what I paid. It ended up being like $75 worth of value with the coupons and everything else. You know, if you take full advantage. Of course, you got to take full advantage. You get that 10% or this or that. Anyway, so I was like, well, what the hell? I never got my first quad box shirt. Where's my shirt? You know what I mean? I'm short still somewhere. So I says, wifey, hit him up. She's like master of fucking. She's got a master's degree in customer service and like business management. You know what I mean? So I'm like, customer service, deal with them.
That's how we are. Good cop, bad cop.
Right. The secretary. Keep me straight, baby. Keep me in the good graces. Anyway, so she hits him up with an email real quick. The next thing you know, I got that full quad box. The one that they missed, I got that full quad box. So that means I got the second camera. I got the, and they threw in a little bonus. Like I got like the tool pack that says quad box, the little case. I got a fucking full set of quad box tools. I got an extra camera. Dude, they hooked me up with like a quad box and a half by the time it was all said and done. And
Shit, dude.
the store.
My first order was fucked up. I ordered when I first subscribed. God, I can't remember it. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But when I first subscribed, I ordered a bunch of back stickers in boxes that I missed. And I ordered the Miss Creature shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's the only green one.
Oh, dude.
And I ordered that. It wasn't in the box that I subscribed to, but I ordered a bunch of shit from the store. Well, they sent me the wrong shirt. So, you know, like you, I started hitting them up, and I'm like, hey, it took like 2 fucking months for them to, you know, even send me a shirt.
Half before it all cleaned up, all total, but
yeah, but I ended up getting both shirts for free, which was okay.
yeah, they made up for it a little bit, but
dude,
yeah,
all I ask,
a little bit better.
all I ask is that I get what I order and what I pay for. That's it.
Yeah,
and if they can't do
all
that,
I asked for.
I'm all over it.
I got the pliers. I got the stickers that you sent me, you know, the extra stickers that I ordered, the icky packs. I got those. I said, but I didn't get my shirt. And the next thing you know, I got this quad box. I got 2 sets of pliers because they sent me the little short box that they sent me that was missing the shirt. I got the 2 icky packs that I ordered and the pliers. So when they sent me the other one with the shirt, they also sent me the pliers and the 2 icky packs. So I got a little bonus out of them, plus an extra quad box, basically. But
look, man, it's like that when places like this first start up, and especially if they're going through the relocation process, they're going to screw up. That's just all there is to it.
They got so many orders coming through Rotor Riot, and from what I understand, they were getting the orders in themselves and then transferring over to somebody else, and they were fulfilling the boxes and then shipping them out. So they had some third party that they were relying on. Well, now everything's done through RDQ. So RDQ takes in the order. You know what I mean? It's all through the same system as RDQ. They just put it into a Rotor Riot stance, basically, with their logo. And RDQ is doing the same thing. So you're going to get the same quality of shipping out of it as RDQ. And RDQ's been pretty top on. I don't care what you say about that. Even with all the videos I've watched, with all the interviews from all these pilots and this and that, and stances from RDQ and Pyro and all these other companies, dude, RDQ's got some shit going on.
I don't give a fuck.
Tyler Brennan can be an ass.
I have to go around to every store to find what I need.
Yeah.
I would always shop
everything right
at Pyro or Rotor Riot because, okay, say what you want about Rotor Riot. Like when I first started, like that's what YouTube pushed at me was Rotor Riot videos. There was nobody out there to help me.
They never had the VTXs, nothing that you really needed.
No, they don't have KISS anymore. They're all fucking cheap ass beta flight shit now. And so I can't really be loyal to a store because I have to shop around, and every time I order a bunch of stuff, I got to go to 3 different stores, you know, and that means I got to pay 3 different shipping bills, which pisses me off, but whatever.
RDQ was always top on with me. They had the most supply and the quickest shipping. The over $50, it was free shipping. You know, Pyro Drone was great for batteries, like the Pyro packs. I found that they were pretty much the same thing as a Tattoo R line or Tattoo pack. So I kept going with the Pyro Drone packs, and they always did me good. When I started using the RDQ packs, they seem to do pretty well. So, you know, even their cheap inline battery packs are good.
Good.
Hey, I want to ask you guys this. Like, I'm trying to feel it out. I've been saying that I want to do live streams, but this is I want to start doing kind of a Pyro. I want to do kind of a Joe Rogan type show where we talk about more serious stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love talking about drones and stuff, but I want to talk about more stuff, substantial stuff.
Right.
I mean, would you guys watch that? I mean, you interested in that? I mean, like, be honest. Don't just say.
Let's see what you put up there, Rob. Because
is always content on YouTube is always the discussion thing.
Oh, you don't. I can go pretty fucking deep.
channel. Well, I understand, but channels are always so sequential as far as where they are viewing. You know what I mean? When somebody views my channel, they're looking for drones or video for FPV. You know what I mean?
That's
So
not so much the case with me. Like,
that your channel has,
you have more subs than I do. You get more views than I do.
but it's all drone related.
Yeah,
All
right,
drone related.
right.
So if
And
I start mixing my content up, that's going to take away from the viewer content. You know what I mean? And it takes away from your analytics the way YouTube views it right now too.
but I've never intended to be
So
strictly
if
the
you
FPV
don't
niche.
look for money, if you don't look for money and you don't look for popularity there, you just look to be you and enjoy fucking YouTube and that type of thing. I would say do whatever you want. Eric is a good example. RC Crazy. How many channels does he have, Ed?
He has 3 that I know of.
Only 3 right now. He's got like gaming channels. He's got fishing
Yeah.
channels. He's got RC channels.
Those
His
are the
wife's
3.
got printing
Well,
channels.
that's something you're touching
You know
on
what I
right
mean?
there that is big, because now this is
But-
something that I've noticed just trying to do my research to do a YouTube channel. FPV is tiny. Like
Mhm.
like you look at
Very
a
small.
it's very small. Like you look at an average gaming channel, and
Hashtags help us the best.
they have like over a million subs, you know, and they're shit. You know, they're not that great. You know,
The
and
content
you look at the
crap, right?
at farming videos, homesteading videos. I mean, they're way up there. Like I see people
Yeah.
quitting their jobs every day to do
Yeah.
full-time YouTube. Now, I'm not into that, but yeah, I've been trying to break out of the FPV niche.
YouTube is never going to make anything for us for FPV.
Yeah,
Um, You look at pilots like Nurk FPV. He doesn't make his money off of YouTube. He makes his money off of flying, off of sponsorship, off of he posts his videos to like air views. You know what I mean? These bigger places that are catching links, and that's gathering his revenue. It's not YouTube that's getting him his revenue.
I'm not really looking for revenue.
Bardwell talks about making couple $100 a month off of YouTube. Dude,
Yeah.
what you got? How many subscribers? How many
I'm looking
hits
at
you
spreading
get
a
on
message.
daily basis on a new video? You know,
Yeah,
you look at one of his videos. By the time I get to watch it, he's got 200 hits. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude,
Bardwell? Are you talking about Bardwell?
yeah, Joshua Bardwell.
Look, he can
posts a new video.
He can do a random live stream and pick up
Exactly.
500 views. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
people in there.
Right.
200 hits. You know, by the time I get to it, it's up there already and bullshit. There's no content, but it's because they've put that branding to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the whole thing is the branding, and it
I'll be right back.
doesn't have to stay on YouTube. And those people are using Instagram, Facebook. They're using so many other platforms to get that branding, and YouTube's just a supplement.
I got stories about branding. I'll be right back, though. Hey,
What's going on, man?
Back from the Sky gets it.
We still got chat going on? I haven't been over there. Oh yeah. Stimulation, mental, right? Dude, I've been like so lost. I haven't even been like looking at live chat.
First of all, live chat lagged way behind. Even with the YouTube part of it.
I haven't looked at any of the chat. I almost thought we were like off the. For some reason, I got on private chat on Streamlabs. It's probably when I like accidentally clicked
Man,
out
first of all,
and clicked back in.
the chat and StreamYard suck. It's really behind.
Right? Well, I didn't have the actual chat up. I had the like comment section. You know, the private chat.
Yeah, yeah.
There was like nothing there.
Anything
Nobody
there.
said anything there at all.
Oh, that's because no one puts anything there. Here, let me see. I see your face a couple times.
So I was over there looking at live chat, you know, the private chat. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe Ed had like gone offline or something, and we were just hanging out in like private chat. You know what I mean? I didn't realize we were still really live YouTube.
Yeah, we're still really
Much
live.
matter, but I hadn't been keeping up with chat because of that. I was like not seeing any chat, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Streamlabs chat sucks. Let's see, the last comment was from Back from the Sky at 11:50. I can't read it, it's all blue out, but it's 11:50 something. 11:58, I think. Just happened. Same quad farm
Still up in here?
simulation.
Oh my gosh. All right, we better go live chat and catch up, right?
Yeah, it's mental stimulation. I'm tired of appealing to the lowest common denominator. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. There's other shit out there, you know.
I was never made to fit in. I gotta stand out.
High five.
What are you thinking your live stream should be about?
Well, that's it. I don't want to put any parameters on it, like, you know, have it just be about this or this. I mean, I want you to come on, and I want to know.
You need to do a live stream about you, your life, basically, just in general.
I'm average.
Find some title that generalizes the things that you do in life and use that as your main, so that FPV necessarily, I mean, right now it's generic anyway because you don't have FPV in the name or anything. So it kind of helps to be able to transition to anything. But I would think, I mean, you've done goat videos where it wasn't FPV. You've done, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things. Just keep it quad farm, but do it related to like farm life, you know, FPV.
Yeah.
Come up with some like catchy title that catches a little bit of the aspect of everything, you know, the quad life and the farm life and your biggest interests, and try to focus on them, not everything in life, but I mean, you know, like quads and goats and
yeah, because you know, FPV saved me because I become a farmer, like, and I didn't grow up a farmer, like I didn't know any of this shit. I had to learn all of it, like on my own.
Change is inevitable. If you don't change, you're not living.
Yeah, exactly. You should change as you continually learn. But I got into FPV because I was so fucking burnt out on working every day. I mean, every fucking day. So I needed something that I needed some kind of release, you know. So that's why I got into FPV. But I got into farming for health and to fight fascism. I mean, because I think we're fascists right now. I think, like Jeffrey says, I want, like Mike, I'd have you on the show and I'd ask you questions like, let's talk about religion, Mike. How do you feel about religion? You know, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. And I'd let you tell me how, you know, how your perspective, because I already know my perspective. You know, it's, yeah.
Give a chance for interjection or this or that. Look at different viewpoints.
But yeah, I think we're all smart.
A look at type thing, you know.
Yeah, I think we're all smart. We just, you know, we need a venue.
The problem is nobody knows what they don't know. Okay, what you don't know, you don't know. So if you don't listen to what you don't know, you'll never know.
That's exactly right. You should always be a student.
Always be open to change. Always be open to subject. Always be open to aspect.
I'll tell you
Always
what,
be
man,
open to everything.
and it's rare because, like, I have a couple people that I consider gurus that they taught me things, and I'm going to have a couple of them on the show, but we inevitably part ways because I run into this attitude when you put somebody in the position to be a teacher and you want to learn something from them, then the human part comes in and they're arrogant. You know, they're a teacher.
You're not listening to me.
Yeah, they're not.
Wait, I'm trying to understand you.
Learning is not
There's a
reciprocated.
difference between understanding and listening.
It is.
And trying to understand it, work through that problem. Sometimes you have to communicate through that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the arrogance stops that and blocks that, and the learning process becomes null.
Yeah, and it's not an insult. It's human. It's part of human nature.
Right.
Like I have to force myself to always be in a learning position.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because you want to believe you already know what's right.
Right. I mean, and everybody does. Everybody has to sit down in a place where they're comfortable in their life, and they have to, figure things out for themselves. I get that. I got to do the same thing, but at the same time, you have to continue to learn, or you're just going to be stagnant.
If you're not open to any other information, you're always going to stay in the same process that you're in currently. You're never going to gain. You're never going to advance from anything that you're at now.
Yeah.
I'll say this right now, and that is some of those that proclaim to be so liberal are the most closed-minded people I've ever seen.
You know what? And I'll tell you, you can't pigeonhole me in a conservative or liberal hole, but I agree with you, Ed. The fucking liberals are insane right now. I mean, they have been hijacked by the global agenda, and like they're fucking insane. Now, I used to say
that's been hyped up by all the other crap that's been going on with the global, between Russia, between China and the economy, between the war or whatever you want to call it, the transition over in Iraq and all that stuff still going on. There's so much extra hype that has changed the transition of that's given them in power because of it.
Yeah.
Because everybody's scared of this or that or the other thing.
Yeah.
Their fears or
the media helps dumb people out.
And the media hypes it up. I mean, if I watch the nightly news every night, dude, I probably wake up in the morning going, man, what's going to happen today?
You have to realize, though, when you sit there and when you say all the dumbasses out there, you have to realize that for many perspectives, you are one of those dumbasses.
I hear you.
Nobody's going to think that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to realize that. So you can't you can't just sit there and say, well, there's a bunch of dumbasses out there. They're misinformed people.
Yeah.
They're willfully ignorant many times, and I see them on both sides of the aisle. I really do. I see.
Ignorance is universal.
It is. Well, they use our own human traits against us. It's like I listen to my dad, and he is scared to death of Arabs. I mean, he literally walks around going, well, that goddamn raghead over there, he's trying to buy a gun. I'm like, that's a misinformation thing that he's been fed, this information. And I'll tell you, like, I've never had a raghead or a Arab or whatever you want. You know, I've never had one of them try to fuck my life up. You know, I mean, it's just kind of they're missing something. You know, I mean, I'm gonna shut up now.
The opinions viewed by the guest on this show and no way. Full disclaimer there. That I didn't finish. No,
Yeah.
look, man, I hear you, Rob. And
You know,
oh, man, people are people, and there are bad people that come from every race, color, and creed.
yeah, you know, I really think it's not a. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know what to believe anymore, you know, because everybody has an agenda that's pumping information into you. They have an agenda.
Well, not only that, I mean, there are a lot of people that they grew up in very unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah,
Not that is necessarily an excuse, but it kind of explains why perhaps the way they are.
yeah, yeah. I think poverty has more to do with a lot of things than race. You know, because I grew up in an all white. I grew up in this town that I live in right now, and it's 1,700 people. And you know, it's just we see the same shit here that people are talking about happening in the inner cities, and they blame it on race. But I see the same shit here happening to white people, and it's not a race thing; it's a poverty thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's like I'm going through a lawsuit right now, and I'm finding out that, you know, justice is bought. You know, you have to pay for it. It's not just out there for everybody. You know, you have to be able to afford to pay your lawyer. You got to be able to afford to pay an audio expert and a fucking handwriting expert.
Freedom is only at the cost of what you can afford.
Yeah, it is.
Legal entanglements are a.
Look at O.J. Simpson, for example. Freedom is only what it could cost him. You know what I mean? When he went bankrupt, things started going downhill. You know? The more money he had, the less he had to worry about.
Yeah. I'm okay, but I think I've grown up poor. That's like the one thing my wife and I have in common. We grew up poor as dirt. You know, I mean, I grew up in a logging camp.
Exactly. When you live to be poor, you don't expect a whole lot.
Yeah, you know,
yourself and deal with it.
You're happy with less, you know, and that's my opinion, is that I think a lot of Americans need to learn how to do without a lot of shit. You know, I think I think things need to change a little bit. I think it's the individual. We don't need to demand the government do a bunch of shit for us.
The government only controls what we can do.
That all they'll do is exploit and
doesn't control what we do.
Yeah.
It controls what we can do. What we need to do is just step up and do what we can.
Yeah. Individually, and that's why I became a farmer and started doing this stuff, is because I got sick of? I got sick of going to a job and listening to everybody on the fucking crew bitch. I mean, and bitch and bitch and bitch about the way things are, but not one of them would do anything about it. You know, and I'm like, hey, either shut the fuck up, you know, or go do something about it, right? You know, because you're not making anything better on the job by sitting here bitching, you know. So that's what we did, is we started to change ourselves. You know, we started to produce things. Like before I started farming and stuff, like I couldn't produce a turd on my own. Like somebody else had to sell me the shit, you know, to make a turd. And that got to me.
I wouldn't have nothing.
Yeah, it got to me.
McDonald's was the provider of my dinners.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to talk about fascism and that. Well, let's go to Taco Bell and eat. You know, that shit pisses me off. You know, it's like you don't even. I don't think you know what that word means.
I got a neighbor. He's got 3 cars in his driveway. One runs, Well, actually, all 4 of them officially run. 2 of them are legal, I think. One's like storage plate. But anyway, it's like he doesn't drive the one truck to work because his driver's door won't stay closed because it's rusted. And he's driving a PT Cruiser. The other one's got a bumper that's off it, so it doesn't even have like the turn signal lights in the bumper anymore. This and that. There's no front bumper on it. He's borrowing a neighbor's car to get back and forth to work so that his wife can have a car while she sits home all day. I'm like, dude, these people, where are you thinking about? And he's like going to work last Friday. He went to work. He come home. He got out of work at like 11:30 because his daughter was puking sick at home. His wife needed the car, didn't have any other way. That's funny. You got a way to pick up your ass and get to work every day from the neighbor, but when you've got the wife's car, you can't get the neighbor's car to get your kid 10 minutes from home. Yeah, it doesn't work at the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, man. My wife, she still has a job, a conventional job, and when she took it, it's 17 miles out of town. When she took it, there was a carpool involved. Like they all carpooled, all the office ladies carpooled.
Right. So fuck you.
Yeah. So, well, just recently, like it ended up like there were only two ladies using it, and everybody else started driving themselves. And somebody made the comment to my wife, "Well, you got to be adult enough to, be able to get yourself to work." And I'm like, "Bitch, all right, we run a farm, we run a block of residentials out of pocket. We don't have a Hummer.
Talk about adulting. Let's talk about some maintenance.
Yeah, I mean, this woman had a Hummer, and so she thought she was superior to us, because, we whatever. It just pisses me off. I mean, that's such ignorance.
Right.
First of all,
My next door neighbor will borrow the neighbor's car. We're working out of town on this house, right? He lives next door to me. A guy from the other side of town drives over here every morning, parks his car in my front yard, gets in my car, and we drive down there. My next door neighbor is borrowing the neighbor's car to drive down there every day so that he's got transportation in case he wants to go home early or this or that or the other.
so it can ride with you.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I'm paying for the gas, whatever. I didn't ask a single dime. I let him ride one day down. He rode with us, and next thing you know, he's all riding on his own, this or that. Yeah. That's the kind of people we deal with.
Well, okay, look, I kind of get the fact of not wanting to be stranded, so to speak, or at the mercy
Being stranded.
at the mercy of somebody else.
Right.
I kind of get
I
that.
don't like to rely on other people either.
But
there's
to
a point.
buy and
He's
to
got-
borrow
He's got
somebody
3
else,
vehicles in his yard that won't make it that far halfway, and he's borrowing somebody else's vehicle.
yeah, that's fucked up.
I got a 2010 that's going there already. I already got one other guy driving. He's meeting me here. He lives 10 feet from my house, Ed. But he's going to borrow the neighbor's car to go down there. It's because he doesn't want to be like, oh, if I decide I want to leave at half a day and call it a short day, I can't go home. I don't have that transportation to take off early. That's the thinking. It's not whether I can stay there or my kid's sick at school, because my kid gets sick at school all the time, right? We all get so sick at school, right? Sick and tired of it.
And you know what's funny, Mike? If he wasn't trying to go home early all the time, he might make enough money to actually fix one of those cars.
at school already. I mean, I can't imagine how it's going to be throughout 18 years. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I mean, who am I fooling? I can't even spell Wednesday.
Wednesday. How about February? Can anybody spell February? Or is it February? Yeah.
He's not flesh to me, my brother. Don't call him my brother. And George always called me his brother too. So George.
She says she and George have been good friends with Tanner.
I'm thinking Tuesday or Wednesday.
So what are you thinking about your first stream, Rob?
He went for a beer.
Okay. He's back. So
Fellas,
Rob, what are you thinking
Yeah,
about?
what are you thinking for your first stream?
I don't know. I've been trying to ask people. Like, apparently, everybody gets all bent when you stream on their night. So
Yeah, look.
It don't matter.
Right now, I'm streaming when somebody else I know is streaming. Okay. At some point, you have to say, look, man, there's always somebody freaking streaming. So screw it and just do it.
I got 1,000 subscribers, right? Okay. If I've got 1,000 subscribers and only half of them decide they're going to do a Hangouts type chat every night, am I ever going to see every one of them?
Yeah.
no,
I got to work, bro. I got to
I can't even get 400 subscribers,
Even
man.
as full-time YouTuber, I could not watch every one of my subscribers' videos every single
No
day.
way.
There's no way. EBR posts like 5 videos a day.
Oh yeah. Forget that.
There's no way I'm keeping up with all the videos from ever. So you hit and miss, and you keep on moving on.
Look, man.
Canadian Drone Hub's on every night, morning and evening.
Yeah, and then Val's on, and then Kim's on, and then
Exactly.
You got Claude. You know what I mean? There's so many different streams on.
To be honest, you want to know what I want to do? I want to go on Friday nights at the same time Bot Grinders.
Or I got no job, so I'm going to stream on YouTube and see if I can make a couple bucks. You know, you get those kind of channels, and they're like on all the time, dude, trying to get a couple dollars out of YouTube. You're going for that watch time or this. Dude, I got 1,000 subscribers. I got 40,000 watch hours or 40,000 watch minutes in the last 365 days. Do you see me shooting for 240,000? No. I'm going to keep doing my Thursday night streams, and I'm going to keep putting my videos up. And if I make it to monetization, I make it to monetization. I ain't worried about it. It ain't no money. Stu's got to do like hours and hours of video editing and posting videos and reviews of drones and to make a couple $100 a month, man. It ain't worth it to me.
No.
No, that's the thing.
I'll tell you, I spend a lot of time editing the crappy videos I put out,
I'd make more money if I could get a sponsorship and throw me, a box of props every couple months, man. That's $100, $200. That's more than YouTube's ever going to pay me. You know what I mean? Look at some of these boxes of props HQ will send you, you get sponsored. You know what I mean? Give me enough sponsorship in YouTube that they look at me and give me some.
You know what, man? I was you would never guess this, but I was a sponsored rock climber when I was in my 20s.
Really, were you?
Yeah, I was sponsored by 510.
Okay.
And it isn't shit. But I also, another thing, like, this is something that I was kind of touching on earlier is like I see these people trying to make these livings in FPV. You know, and I want to tell him, you know what, FPV is still there if you go make a living somewhere else. I mean, you can still do FPV.
You have to have a main platform. It's only a supplemental income.
Yeah, and like I learned that a long time ago when I was really into video games. I'd come home from work and I'd sit down and play video games. So I thought I thought
Fingersworn was talking about that stuff last night or Sunday night. Stinger Swarm, he's doing his popcorns and quads or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, I watched for
talking about how he's looking to go back into Delta or airline because there's no money in FPV and this and that. He's not.
No, I think it's kind of childish. It's like when I tried to make money on video games, it ruined it for me. Yeah. You know, I taught myself how to make websites. I made a tournament site and I started putting on tournaments and everybody paid to get in. And then all that money went to prize money to whoever won. But I'll tell you, I hate sitting in front of the computer all goddamn day. I mean, and that's what it takes. You know, you got to sit there and you got to put work in at the computer and that's not.
The same thing with quads, man. I mean, like Johnny FPV or Mr. Steel. These guys have something paid for already. Their lifestyle's paid for, like Steel. He was living at mom and dad's house. He still is living at mom and dad's house. He's got a Tesla living at mom and dad's house. Dude, grow up.
Really? I got kicked out when I graduated high school. They're like, get the fuck out.
You know?
Yeah.
You got these other companies or people that are, they had this or that or the other thing. Johnny FPV. He lived at mom and dad's house. He got to put 120 packs a fucking day in on a quad. Well, what's he going to do? He's going to fly like the badass that he is.
Yeah.
If I could put 120 packs a day in and not have to worry about going and working 40 hours a freaking week, I could probably fly like him too.
There you go.
I don't know. It still reminds me of me in my 20s. I mean,
first of all, it cost a lot to buy 140 packs.
Right.
That's no shit.
That all money was paid for by mom and dad. Nobody sponsored him along the way. He's talking about he just got this. He got a little sponsor here, a little sponsor there, you know. But yeah, he was flying 100 packs a day. Johnny FPV wasn't. He was flying 120 packs a day. He wasn't sponsored this or that. His thing was he flew planes and like that. Dad was into RC. Dad had money in RC. He got some little stuff off to the side, not to pay for packs or, you know, somewhere somebody paid for that way. He didn't pay for it.
That's what my son's learning right now. Like,
you make it by yourself. You got to work hard.
He's kind of out on his own. Yeah. He's got his own job, and he has for a couple years, but the kid's starving. I mean, he's got internet. He's got a computer. He's got an Xbox. He's got all the video games he wants. He's got.
I've seen you go through some quads, brother. Put them in the water, everything, man.
Oh yeah.
Nobody paid you back for that. Nobody throw you some air, man. Here's a new flight controller, man.
No.
Got for that one. Thanks for the video.
Yeah, I can't even get help fixing my shit. I mean,
right. Who paid for that last ESC? Me. It took me 5 hours of work to pay for that shit. It was a fucking ESC yes. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. My son's learning he's got all that shit and everything he wants, but he's starving, you know, so he comes over here to eat all the time. Right. So I'm like, hey, you kind of value that food that we produce now, right? He's like, yeah. Can I have some eggs? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. We make our own.
Have some cheese while you're at it, man.
Yeah. We make that too.
Build your bios up. I know you're eating a bunch of crap food.
Yeah,
That's a good point, Carlos. You got to have a Hellacious parallel charging board. That's all I got to say.
yeah. It takes me a couple hours to charge 20.
Yeah, right. He pushes IV. We know that though.
Well, I mean, if you just keep them all going, and all you have to do is step outside, then yeah. Because I mean, if he's already on a ranch or farm already, look at this cat has his paw on my shoulder.
She's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
He wants me to feed
I'm
him.
ready.
Oh, it's he. Yeah, my cat. I've been yelling at it all day. I started feeding her tuna because she was looking skinny, and now she won't fucking quit. She starts in the morning, and all day, man, she's just hitting it hard trying to get me to feed her some tuna.
Oh yeah, well, of course.
Hey, check this out though.
Okay.
My son's gonna come over.
Batteries I own. You think he could fit 120 packs in there?
Nope.
That's how many batteries I own, people.
I think you can fit about 20 in there, 25.
I got like 13 4S, like 1300 mAh, 5 4 or 850 4S for my 3-inch, and then like some little ones.
Ed, that cat's awesome.
About 20, 25 packs tops, maybe.
Yeah, we had 20. My wife is super hard on packs, man. She's well, we got to get her OSD and shit. It's not her fault. She her alarms and shit aren't working right. So
That's just
need, like,
why
the
your pack's really low. Then is what.
impulse
Yeah.
cord, you know what you need?
well, that and I keep putting them in the water. They don't seem to last long after that.
Dude, don't you conformal coat? Don't you
What's that, Mike?
conformal coat?
What, Mike?
Don't you conformal coat?
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not a fail-safe, man. I mean, it just saves you from frying shit.
You're
Yeah, you
so
still,
man.
yeah, you still got to hang them and dry them after. If I land in the snow once, I got to hang it and dry it.
Yeah. Conformal coating's like that. If I'm up here flying in the snow, if you land in the snow, your video is going to break up or it'd be sketchy on your next flight if you just launch it. You're better off to dry that baby up, shake it off real good, put it underneath your darn heater in your car.
Yeah.
Floorboard. Let it dry off for a battery pack and then bring it back out.
Kiss loves to fucking wig out. Like,
Kiss is sensitive.
I'll get it wet and bring it in and land it and put a new pack on and fly it, and then somewhere in that pack it'll just go
right.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep. Sketch out.
Yeah.
It's real sensitive.
Yeah.
That's why I said if you land in the snow, even with conformal coating, you're safest. If you don't want to go tromping through the snow or this or that for a quad, you're best to go ahead and put it under the darn heater and let it dry off for a pack while you go burn a pack in another drone and come back to it. Otherwise, it's sketchy. I've done that. I flew even in the rain with Cass. It'll get that way.
Yeah, here, check this out. This is one of my favorite videos. Not this one. Hey, Carlos. Good night, brother. I really like Carlos. I like anybody who can, speak their mind. I like Carlos.
Carlos is straight up.
Yeah, Carlos does speak his mind, and not everybody likes it, but we like it.
I like it. I fucking hate phony people, man. I hate them.
Carlos is going to bed. I just looked at the clock. Damn.
Don't look at the clock. Look at the.
I already did, man. It's too late. I gotta get to work in the morning. I don't have to get up with the guts. I gotta get up and drink coffee and go to work and try to be a painter.
Here, watch this video.
I get to go hang out on the lake while it's raining tomorrow.
Here, I'm gonna. Maybe I should. Can I play this with sound?
I don't know. What's in the sound?
Well, it's music. Do you mind?
I advise
If it's copyright type music, it'll
Yeah.
get him a flag regardless, and it'll stop his
Yeah,
video.
because if I'm live, when you
You're
play
best to
stuff
mute it.
live, it's not going to work.
Okay.
So you turn the
See,
volume.
it's raining. You can hear the raindrops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I had a flight like that I got probably about 3/4 of the way through the flight, and the video got staticky. Something got into the VTX because I didn't conformal code that all the way, or this or that. And
I was really worried about my radio and my goggles.
yeah, that's the worst part about flying in climate weather is I'm more concerned about my goggles and my radio getting wet. I don't care about the quad. I've conformal most of that, this or that, you know. It's like send it. I don't care if it goes into the water. But if I dip my goggles in the water, they ain't coming back safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is over a year ago. This is August 7th, 2018. So I was pretty much just starting out.
Is this
Well,
supposed
that
to
was
be the
pretty
video?
good starting out, brother.
See how close he's staying to that one spot?
Yeah. This
That's
is before Crossfire and
right.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at before Crossfire and all that. I
Yeah.
kind of remember some video from this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're staying real close. You go out and hang out the goats and fly a little bit.
It wasn't that good of a flight. What was the only thing I liked about it was the raindrops on the camera lens.
All right.
Here's the deal.
Sometimes we get that way though. It's like, well, I had a good flight and the views were nice. It wasn't so much that I was doing flips, rolls, or anything else and all this epic shit. Just enjoying the flight and getting out flying. And some of the scenes just like, oh, well, that's not normal. That's kind of out of the ordinary. So that's cool. You know, I've done one video where it was real foggy out and I went up and it was out back of like the high school or something. And it's just a big open field there and like a tree surrounding on the outside, all pine sticks. So you ain't going in them, but I was just doing some basic rolls and flips and stuff, but it was foggy, so it was kind of cool because I went up into the fog and you got that coverage on the cam with the moisture and this and that, so it made it real epic for the flight. Gave you a different viewpoint. Got quite a few views from that kind of thing, but
So did you say back in high school?
no, it was back of the high school.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say when you were in high school, they
Yeah.
probably didn't have quads.
The high school, one of the high schools we got here, the buildings are, there's a high school, middle school, elementary school. They're all lined up like side by side. And the whole back area is all like football fields and baseball fields and this and that. So back there is where like the band practice is. So I parked at the back of the high school and played in the fields back there.
Yeah, I want to point something out to you guys. This is I don't know if you guys are on my Facebook. You see that I call myself a witch. See that deer right there?
Younger there.
What's that?
You look like 6 years younger in that than you do on camera right now. What's up with that? It's got to be the coloring in the HD cam.
Well, it said it was from a year.
Bitch, ain't it?
This one is from this year in June. It's when I started shaving.
Bitch, ain't it?
I started shaving.
And all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it changed. It was like, wow, dude.
But see that deer right behind me?
Yeah, off to the left. Just
Yeah.
the rotor riot symbol.
Yeah.
You get
Okay.
it? Nope.
Now watch. This deer, I kind of freaked her out when I walked up
I
there.
remember this video.
What's that?
I remember this video.
Yeah, the best part about it is that deer. Okay. No, right.
Where's the damn deer? I can see it. Oh, there it
Right
is.
there. Right there in the V of the first trees right there next to him. You can see the deer's ears picking up in the body.
So, right here, I'm talking to her, and I tell her, "Don't worry, I'm just going to kick it around." And then if you look at the end,
she's still hanging out.
well, she not only is hanging out, but let me see if I can find it here. Look, oh, I just went over.
Yeah.
Like I talked to her and calmed her down, and she just laid down.
Oh, so she was chilling watching.
Yeah, no, what?
With you and her.
Right
There she is, right there.
Yep.
She just laid down and hung out with me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that video because you like circled around her at the first and this and that. You kind of flew around her and she just like stood there, chilled out, didn't give a shit. And then you went off flying for a while or whatever. Come back.
She was pretty worried until I told her, I'm like, hey, don't worry, lady. I'm just gonna flip this thing around a little bit.
Yeah, she probably got word from the other ones you chased off from the stacks.
You remember that too?
Crazy, man. He's gonna chase your ass down. Them props sound vicious.
That was a good video, actually. I should find that.
That is the one where you chased him off.
Yeah.
That was funny as shit, dude.
I got
He's like, hey, man, they're out there getting into my fields. He chased them down. They hung out for a minute. He come back out with quad.
Yeah, them fuckers were eating our alfalfa.
Yeah. They're eating your stack, your feed.
I might not have it listed anymore. My rampage. Is that it? No, that's not it.
No, because it started out with the deer out in the front of the video.
Yeah, it was just a little
Looking out the window out of it or something like that, I think. You were like, hey, watch this. And then took the quad off and scared them off. Went chasing. There's a couple videos you did of it where they were out there hanging out. One you chased right off, though. It was like, you were like, hey, man, look at this. And you looked out the window and they were out there hanging out by the alfalfa, eating away or whatever.
Here it is. It's
took the quad out.
Deer duty. It has to be played with sound. I bonked this deer. Watch. Bonk.
Yep. There it is.
There's all that white crap.
Yeah. They were out there feeding off of that, just trying to get anything they could. He's just out like, oh, let's scare him off.
If you would have shown me any more pics of your fine ass last night, I was gonna.
Yeah, there he is.
Yep. He comes back, he's like, come on. And she's just like staring at him like,
Cool.
he throttles up like, whoop. She heard the run. She heard the run, the darn props, and she's like, oh, I'm out of here. It was like a grunt to her.
I think those would hurt my nose. Hey, chasing him down now.
Yeah, that was some good stuff, dude. Well, hey, man, it's like 1 a.m. here, and I gotta go.
Yeah, it's late for me. I gotta go to.
The wife's getting up in like 3.5 hours or something. She's got to be to work at like 6. So
it's not even 11 here.
It's 12:40.
Yeah, I know, Rob. Okay, but 12:44, 12:43 here. So
I'm gonna do the Vanna White wave and say, see ya. Cheers.
I stayed up too late last night. I still got to finish my beer and get something else to eat.
Enjoy.
So, everybody, thank you.
See you.
Don't leave me hanging, motherfuckers.
Never. After a while, crocodiles. See you later, alligators.
That's all I got, brother.
Well, cheers anyway, mate.
Yeah, right.
Pint tonight, so. Later, guys.
Catch you later.